Hello viewers, yes, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching. Yes, it's mine as well as your channel, and many of you had requested that I should bring up also the ISC paper, discuss it, the new format, the board specimen paper, and you all wanted that I should discuss it, the changes that have been introduced, and not only that, the ones which are objective. You had wanted that I should give you the answers, the solutions to it. So here I am. A little bit of change. Earlier the papers were of 100 marks, but due to COVID, 80 marks for the offline exams and 20 was for the project. And so what is the marks division? Earlier it was that you had your essay 30 marks and 20 marks for your specimen, the report writing, and then 10 marks for your proposal writing. It made perfect 60, and then 20 for your grammar, functional grammar, and the remaining 20 for your comprehension. But in recent times, a little bit of change. So what is it? First one, your essay has become 20 marks. The format is the same type of essays you will have. There will be 6 essays in all, and you have to choose one. So this you all know. Second one, so 20 marks gone there. And in the second question, earlier it was 20 for the report writing and 10 for the proposal. Now it has become 15 for the report writing and 10 for the proposal. That makes your 25 marks here. And regarding your language, the functional grammar, the functional grammar has also undergone a change. That means the marks, there is a change. There was 20 marks allotted to it, and now no, it's not that. For your do as directed, you have 5 marks. That means only 5 do as directed. Then there are 10 prepositions, and you are getting half marks for each correct one. That means 5 again, and 5 for your verb forms. That means the transformation do as directed has the number of questions have been reduced, and so the marks. So you have your 15 marks, 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15. So 25 and 20, 45 gone and 15 gone here. And now you have your comprehension. In your comprehension, earlier they would give you 4 words and you had to find the synonym from the passage. Now they are giving you 3 words, so 1 gone. You don't have to hunt for 4, but 1 marks gone also there. And for this one also 1 marks less. Each word which has been given, you will try to write a sentence in at least 10 words, but different in meaning from the one it has been used in the passage, or from the way it has been used in the passage. So here also 1 marks less. Earlier 4 plus 4, but now you have 1 marks less. And then regarding the question answers, 4 and 4, 8, and then the remaining 12. So you have here 4 short questions of 2 marks each. That means 3 plus 3, 6 plus 8, 14, and 6 marks for your précis. So 6 marks, you have to write a précis of 100 words. Like in ICSE you had your 50 words, here it is 100 words, and the paragraphs from where you have to frame your answer, that is also given. Okay, and you are required, and if you exceed the word limit, I don't know, in some schools they have told no, you can exceed 1 or 2 words. No, that is not done. If you exceed the word limit, it is clearly written, failure to keep within the word limit will be penalized. That means your marks will be cut. So this is your English language paper, ISC people. So, and I had also been requested that I should solve the grammar portion for you. Okay, so let's proceed. What are we waiting for? But if you have not subscribed to my channel up till now, please do, and don't forget to press the like button after you have watched my video. So yes, for the solutions to your grammar section, first 5, they are the do as directed. So the first one, they are repairing my piano at the moment, and you are supposed to begin with my. So my piano, my means your object, the object is being brought in front, that means this is a voice change. So my piano is being repaired. Are repairing is present continuous active voice. So when you are told to bring my means, obviously it will be my piano. That means when the object is brought in front, you are supposed to change it into passive voice. So my piano is being repaired at the moment by them, or my piano is being repaired by them at the moment. You can bring by them in before at the moment or after at the moment. It's correct in both cases. Okay, so the second one, if you do not reach the theater early, you will not get a good seat. If, unless, begin unless. Unless actually means if not. So when unless is there, you will remove the not. Okay, so unless you reach the theater early, comma, you will not get a good seat. Unless you reach the theater early, you will not get a good seat. Third one, there were many obstacles, yet she succeeded in her mission. There were many obstacles, yet she succeeded in her mission. This is the third question, and begin although. So although there were many obstacles, comma, she succeeded in her mission. Although there were many obstacles, comma, she succeeded in her mission. Now the next one, the fourth one, chocolate cake is the best dessert I have ever eaten. This desert does not mean the desert where you have lots of sand. This is an edible thing. It is a sweet dish. So this chocolate cake is the best dessert I have ever eaten. Begin no. See, the question was in the superlative degree best, and no means it has to be changed into the positive degree as as. So best, so as good as. This should be your degree, the positive degree. No other means your degree should be in the positive, though in many workbooks they give the wrong answer. Turn to the grammar books, they are the best. Superlative and comparative, they have the same beginning, chocolate cake, but no other means positive degree. So no other cake I have ever eaten is as good as the chocolate cake. No other dessert I have ever eaten. So since dessert is mentioned here, no other dessert I have ever eaten is as good as chocolate cake. And the last one, scarcely did the famous store open when they all rushed in. Scarcely takes when, just like hardly. Hardly and scarcely, they take a when, whereas no sooner takes than. So as soon as the famous store opened, did open means opened. So as soon as the famous store opened, give a comma, they all rushed in, remove when. No when. No sooner takes than, hardly, scarcely takes when. In as soon as, you don't need these. They are not needed. It is wrong to use than or when. So your answer again, as soon as the famous store opened, comma, they all rushed in. So these are your 5. Now for your prepositions. She decided not to give dash to the pressure. She decided not to give in to the pressure. That means she decided not to bend before the pressure. She is being pressurized about something, but she decided not to bend before it. So she decided not to give in, that means not to surrender to the pressure. First one, in. Second one, the teacher asked me to give out the worksheets, that means distribute the worksheets, that means number of them. So most probably the teacher is asking you to distribute them among the students, so give out. The young man set his own business, set up his own business, established. There can be more than one answer in one or two prepositions where the meanings become different. The CEO set down the rules on the very first day of the year. So these are the rules and you all have to follow. The CEO made it clear. When his friends come home, he puts dash a fake accent. That means that accent is not his. Normally he doesn't speak like that. But when his friends come, he speaks in this way. So when his friends come home, he puts on a fake accent. Next one, number 6. That means F. Do not put dash for tomorrow what you can do today. So put off for tomorrow. Off means to postpone something. She advised me not to look dash on what had already happened. Not to look back on what had already happened. Because that's happened. What has happened is happened. It cannot come back. So not to look back on what has happened. This can be used in another way also, and there can be more than one preposition. And if you look dash it carefully, you can see the mark. So if you look at it carefully, if you look through it carefully, that means if you examine it carefully, or it can be if you look at it carefully, you can see the mark. Next one, better would be look at it carefully. I give my consent to look at. Next one, go dash the documents carefully before you sign it. Go through the documents carefully before you sign it. And the price of gold is not likely to go down anytime soon. So the price of gold has gone up, and not in near future is it to come down. So the price of gold is not likely to go down anytime soon. You can, if you want, you can go for it, not likely to go up. Meaning wise both are correct, but normally it goes up and up. So you can use either of them. Now for the verb form. So 10 marks gone. 5 preposition, 5 do as directed, 5 more remain. As the highway policeman was watching. So the first one is watching. He noticed, NOTICED, he noticed a car inching along really slowly. Thinking that an extremely slow car is as dangerous as a speeding one, he pulled, third one is pulled, the car aside. He approached, number 4 is approached, ED, the past tense, simple past. Approached it and noticed that there were 5 old ladies, 2 in the front and 3 at the back, looking wide-eyed and white as ghosts. The lady who had been driving, fifth one is driving, said, "Officer, I was not speeding. Why did you pull me up?" The officer replied, sixth one replied, that going below the speed limit was also dangerous for other drivers. Slower than the speed limit? No, sir. I was doing, seventh one is doing, exactly 22 miles per hour. The old woman said proudly, pointing to a board. So there is a board where something 22 is written. So she points at that and says, see, there is written 22. Now the officer chuckled, that means he laughed silently and said, ma'am, that's the route number, not the speed limit. So she thought that's the speed limit and actually that's the route number. A bit embarrassed, the woman smiled and thanked, number 9 is thanked the officer for pointing out the error. So I am so thankful to you that you have pointed out that that's not the speed limit, the route number. Next time she will be careful. As she started the car, the officer said, but before I let you go, I must ask, are these ladies okay? Why? Because they were looking as white as ghost. So the officer feels concerned and he says, are they okay? So what does she say? They seem to be a bit shaken and have not uttered a word. Number 10 is uttered. Oh, they'll be all right in a bit. We just got off route 119. So you know what? Route 119, and she must have mistaken it for 119 speed limit. So what had she done? She had been driving at that speed rate, 119 per hour. And now she is driving at 22. Thinking that those numbers were for the speed limit, whereas it was for the route. And now that is why they look so shaken. They look as white as ghosts. Imagine a lady driving at 119 speed. So no wonder the other 4 ladies had become very scared. So these are the 5 done. That means your 15 marks functional grammar completed. So what about the 3 words which have a synonym each in the passage, in the comprehension? I'll help that out. Others though you all will solve on your own. There is nothing to solve really. You have to write down answers to the questions and form sentences. So page number 5, that is given below are 3 words and phrases. Find the words which have a similar meaning in the passage. So the first one, break time. So you have the answer here. It's actually lunch. Recess. So in the second line it is there. Recess, that means the lunch time or the lunch break. So recess. So the first one, break time, is recess. Second one, prolonged quarrel or dispute. That also you have it in the first paragraph. Second last line, that means in the 4th line, FUED, F-U-E-D, FUED. And the third, a feeling of being annoyed. Cross. A feeling of being annoyed is cross. That's in your line number 21, or rather the last, in the 6th para, it's the second last word, cross, cross mood. So she was in an annoyed mood. So these are the 3, recess, FUED and cross. The others so you will frame on your own. You have been given 3 words, cross, bolt and school. Cross is in line number 22. So the cross here I said meant annoyed in your passage. So you will frame a sentence of at least 10 words where cross is used in a different sense. So you can use cross as a cross marking. You can use as a cross in which Jesus Christ was crucified. He was put, so crucified at the cross. So you can write a sentence related to it. And bolt. So bolt in line number 28. Let's see how it has been used. She made a bolt for the yard. That means she rushed. So you can write bolt in the sense that the bolt, she did not bolt the door and fell asleep and someone entered her room and robbed all her belongings while she was asleep. So that bolt means shutting the door. Did not bolt. Remember one thing, you are not supposed to change the form. If it is bolt, you can't write bolted. Because see, unchanged in form. If it is cross, you can't write crossed. Cross has to be cross, bolt has to be bolt. And school. So here you have it in line number 29. Where she sat with her back to the school. So this school means an institution, and you can use school in a different way, as if teaching someone something. I wanted to school her in particular thing. That means I wanted to give her training in something. So this school is one, and you will use it in another sense. Here it is used as your institution, like you say I go to school every day. This that school which is in the passage. So you will use it in a different sense. And now these questions, only 4 of them, 2 marks each. You know how to solve them because you've been doing it since class 7, 8, I don't know, for ages. So there is nothing to be done here. And the Prezi, yes, you all are lucky because in ICSE you all had to think which are the things we have to eliminate, and now you'll be wondering which are the things I'll add to make it 100. So too much of everything is bad. When you get too less words, you have a problem. When you have many words also, you have a problem. Anyway, so this is where we stop, because I have discussed the paper with you. Many of you had asked me to upload this video so that you get to know about the revised form and also the solutions to the grammar section. I have done it, and yes, it will be followed by the literature paper. So don't worry about it. No fear, Ranjana ma'am is there. Bye.